Hi everyone, welcome back to Reading Wednesdays. We are going to be reading chapters 5 and 6 today in Dragons vs. Unicorns. So when we left off, Birdie and Kate had just decided that they were going to make chocolate brownies to try to convince Kate's mom, the principal, that little Kate, a 5th grader, should run chemistry camp over fall break. So let's see how that goes. Chapter 5, Like Mud. Condensation, noun. A gas turns into a liquid when the conditions are just right. It's like a bunch of molecules at a party, sliding into one another mosh pit style. Then an electric wand messes with them, and now the molecules are closer together and dancing in unison. With wide eyes, Liam studied the bag of semi-sweet chocolate on the counter, and the sugar, eggs, vanilla, flour, cocoa powder, and salt. What are you making? Brownies, said Birdie. Hey, I want to make brownies, cried Liam. I put my fingers to my lips. Shh, keep your voice down. Liam squinted. Is it a surprise? A surprise, I corrected. For Mom. She's been working really hard and needs a little treat. I could hear you shouting earlier, said Liam. You were loud. We shouldn't have been, said Birdie, setting out metal measuring cups. I want to make brownies. Liam grabbed the bag of chocolate pieces. You're too little to cook by yourself, I said. Liam was in kindergarten. Mom didn't let me cook by myself until the summer after 3rd grade. At school, I'm a paper passer. Liam proudly thumped his chest, and a line leader. Well, now you can be the official taster, I said. That's the best part of brownie making. You get to lick the bowl, explained Birdie. But I want to cook. Liam waved the bag of chocolate. It dropped out of his curled fist, thwacking against the island counter. Hey, what's going on in here? Asked Dad, walking in from the basement. That was where he had his woodworking area and spent several hours during the weekends. He glanced at the ingredients on the counter and then at Liam. Why don't we let your sister and Birdie take care of baking? Buddy, I need you to go with me to the grocery store. We're clear out of milk and you can't eat brownies without milk. Now can you? Dad scooped up the car keys from the rack. Plus, I need a shopping associate, and just maybe you can help me pick out some chips. The kind that gets my hands orangey? Liam stared at his palm. Or the kind with green flecks? Orange or green? Dealer's choice. Yes! As Liam charged to the door, he knocked into our dog's water bowl. A small puddle spread out on the new kitchen floor. I'm on it! I grabbed a rag and wiped the wood floor. Thanks, Kate, said Dad, but next time, let your brother do it himself. Sure. I tossed the rag to Liam. Go for it. You already did the good part, moaned Liam. It's hardly wet now. Only my brother would think that wiping up a spill was fun. Once after Liam complained that I got to unload the dishwasher, Dad had said that I made everything look cool since I was 5 years older. I grabbed a glass of water and spilled it. There you go, a huge puddle. Dad rolled his eyes but didn't say anything. He was awesome like that. As Liam wiped, Dad put his hand on my shoulder. There's something I want to ask you girls. He drew in his eyebrows in a serious discussion face. I want you to think about this long and hard before answering. Birdie and I looked at each other. When it came to very important questions, my dad, a therapist, who asked people the right question to help them figure out their problems, was an expert. Cakey or fudgy brownies? Asked Dad. I laughed, relieved that Dad was just being a goofball. For brownies, I'm team fudgy. Me too, said Birdie. Dad told us that was wonderful news and asked if we needed any brownie making advice from Mom. In our house, Dad's the cook, but Mom's the dessert maker. I've helped her make brownies, but never made them myself. Still, I told him that I had it covered. Baking is sort of like a science experiment, said Dad, winking at us, where you still have to clean up after yourself. It's only an experiment if we test something out, I said, and not just anything, but a hypothesis. I have a hypothesis, said Dad, that your brownies are going to be delicious. Dad got a big thumbs up from Birdie and me. Although after he and Liam left, I wished I had asked if Dad knew where to find Mom's brownie recipe. It took Birdie and me forever to find what looked like the perfect fudgy recipe on her phone, saved by the bowl of rice that absorbed all the pond water. Suddenly, Birdie's phone's battery icon turned red. Oh no, it's running out of power, Bernie frowned. Snap, I forgot my charger. Unfortunately, my parents' chargers didn't work with her phone, and I didn't have a smartphone. Just an old flip one, only to be used in an emergency. Maybe we should look up the recipe on the computer and print it out, said Birdie. Nah, I tapped my head. It's all up here. I just need to get the ratios right. Cooking is chemistry. I boiled water in a pot that I'd seen Mom do, set a metal bowl on top of it, then stirred up the chocolate and butter into creamy deliciousness. When we set the smooth melted chocolate onto the counter, it immediately turned into what looked like pebbly mud. I yowled into frustration. What's wrong with it? Shrieked Birdie. I don't know. Okay, don't panic, I told myself. You can fix this. Examining the bottom of the pan, I noticed beads of water. Condensation. Aha, said Birdie. The chocolate seized. It's when chocolate gets all mushy instead of luscious and silky. I saw that once on a cooking show. Right, it's because it came into contact with moisture. I slapped my forehead. I should have thought of that. That's basic chemistry. We've got to start all over again. I glanced up at the clock. It was 4 p.m. Dinner would be in 1 hour because Mom wanted to eat early tonight. She had to be up at the crack of dawn tomorrow for her fitness boot camp class. I pulled out a clean glass bowl and set it over the pan of boiling water. This time, everything had to be perfect. The chocolate looks great, I said a few minutes later, and smells amazing. Leaning over, Bertie admired the rich walnut brown color. Super creamy, she exclaimed. And this time, we'll wipe off the condensation right away. Just as I was about to pull the glass bowl off the stove, it shattered with a loud pop. Like a rain of hail, broken bits of glass and globs of chocolate hit the floor. What's that noise? Asked Mom. Uh-oh. Chapter 6, Kitchen Chemistry. Thermal shock, noun. When a rapid temperature change stresses a material and causes cracks. It's like when you pop out at someone and surprise them, and they totally lose it. What just happened here? Wide-eyed Mom peered around the kitchen. Nothing, I said, desperately picking up chocolate-covered glass chips with a cloth towel. That's glass, observed Mom. Maybe a little, I squeaked. We were making you brownies, really fudgy kind, for dessert tonight. Oh, honey, you'll have to make sure there's no glass left anywhere. Liam's always running around barefoot. Get the broom out of the closet and the dustpan, and make sure to wear gloves. I know, Mom, it was a total accident. I can see. She studied the chocolate spread all over the stove. I couldn't believe we just messed up like that. Right after wanting to do something nice for Mom, it made me think of entropy, the degree in which molecules can get dispersed. And right now, there was a whole bunch of entropy in this kitchen. Our dog Dribble bounded over to the oven, sniffing. He loved entropy. Down, Dribble, scolded Bertie. You can't have any. Chocolate is bad for dogs. I really appreciate you girls making dessert, said Mom, but why did you have the glass bowl over boiling water? Not smart. The truth, I just wasn't thinking, but I didn't want to admit that to Mom. Not now. It probably wasn't the ideal time, but maybe I could distract her from the broken glass with Bertie's idea about chemistry camp. Well, it was more than just brownie making, I said. It was part of an experiment. And speaking of experiments, during fall break, since Ms. Daly won't be around, as I continued to talk, Bertie kept on giving me this look like, be quiet. Only I couldn't be quiet. Once I started talking about chemistry, I couldn't stop. And plus, I was nervous about making Mom mad. We thought I'd be the perfect person to lead a chemistry camp instead. We could make magnetic slime and do vinegar and baking soda explosions. Nothing would be dangerous. All of it would be fun. I'm sure it would be fun. Mom eyed the gloppy, bubbly chocolate and shards of glass still left near the burner, but no. I moaned, come on, Mom. There's nothing else that Bertie and I like to do. Elijah too, and we want to spend fall break together. I guess you'll just have to think of something else. She opened the fridge to grab a bottle of ginger kombucha, a fizzy drink that's supposed to be good for your health, unlike soda. Hey, can I borrow a kombucha? I asked. It's fermented. It'd be great for an experiment. It's my last one. You'll have to find something else, Kate. Mom glanced at the clock on the microwave. My deadline awaits. Good luck, girls. Make sure you get all the chocolate off the stove, too. My mom was used to my messes. At least she knew I was a good cleaner-upper, too. After Mom went back into the office, Bertie sighed. That didn't go so well. Don't worry, Kate. We can still make brownies and figure out what to do during break. What about drama camp? I pictured my face full of stage makeup, hot lights burning on my cheeks, all while I had to figure out how to spin in the same direction as everyone else. I'm just not good at being on stage like that. But you were great breathing fire, and theater camp is going to be Dragons vs. Unicorns, a short one-act musical. Mrs. Hansberry wrote it, and it'll be performed for the first time ever at the end of fall break. Unicorns, honestly, can it get any better? If you're a dragon, maybe you could even breathe fire. I thought about that for a moment. One teensy problem, I said. I'm not really good at singing or acting, and especially not dancing. I bent over to pick up the dustpan I was using and dumped the glass into the trash can. Let's hear you sing Happy Birthday, Bertie said as she got a sponge to clean up some spattered chocolate. I stopped by the sink and belted it out. My voice came out screechy and awful. Okay, Bertie plugged her ears. You're right. Maybe you're not the best singer. What if you just mouthed the words? I sighed. Elijah's coming over after dinner. Maybe he'll have some other fall break camp ideas. It'll be okay, Bertie said, patting my shoulder. The important thing is we're going to get to spend a whole 5 days together. We'll figure out something. I hope she was right. And that's the end of chapter 6 for Dragons versus Unicorns. I hope you guys like it. If you want, you can check it out. They're sold anywhere books are sold, but I'm going to continue reading, so I will likely just see you next week on Reading Wednesdays for chapter 7 and 8. Have a good one.